Cupcake. Out. Boom! Look at her. Out. Yeah. Awesome. Out. Type it out. Yes. Good girl. Out. Yes. Makai here. Oh, you got burned. Oh, did you get burned? You totally got burned. Go for it. Flexing the plank. We're going to do 3 get outs to 1 here. Hustle, hustle. Hustle, hustle. Release. Yes, good girl. House, yes. I'm going to stop the extra. Yes, good girl. House. Stop. Out. Whoa, look at her. House. Yes. Okay. Here. That time. Yes, good girl. House. Kai, get out. Yes, good girl. Yes. Kai, here. Whoa. Come on, you gotta catch that right there.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
To your dog.
In the field, Jack Valley and Ferris. Here it comes.
Are we
about
going
30
to do
seconds
number
off
2 or
here.
number 1, Cupcake? We could do 2 or 3. 2 or 3, rear cross or front cross? We'll do front cross, it's harder. Ready? Easy. I'm going to start out, Makai, get out. And now I have to read her flank, ouse, yes, and I'll front cross and pass. And I'll read her flank, ouse, I'll front cross and pass. Yes, good. Mine? I like to do the give on these fly chi flow forms, catch, because we don't have enough discs anyway. We got going out to the flank on that side. Ouse, yes, boom. Stop her here, we'll go out to the flank on this side, and then I'm gonna pick her up in front cross. Ouse, boom, from clock to counter, and now she's gonna be on clock, so I gotta get her on counter first, boom, so I can switch to clock. Yes, good. It's a handling fucking nightmare, actually. Ouse, boom. And now I'm gonna go pass. Catch. Awesome. Ouse, boom. So you can see she's soft on that block. She doesn't respect that. Catch, boom. So that broken finish, ouse, is that move right there. That is my pass cue. So I'm getting her to trigger it on the run where ouse, I'm cueing her to pass me, ouse, and then she passes, right? And I'm also getting her to come in, ouse, and blocking her, and then delivering the pass cue. So super awesome move, man. Super, super cool. All right, Cupcake, go do dog stuff. All right, go Cupcake. Go Cupcake. What is going on? How is everybody doing? Doing pretty good. It's not super freezing here. Excuse me. Hi, Cupcake. It's not super duper cold yet. Right? Yeah, Cupcake is doing super good, right, Ace of Hogan? She's like a star. I actually have a rear cross video of her as well, but I was unable to. I had some issues. I was late because I was editing that video right there. I have a third video that was supposed to be edited, but like I said, I had an issue exporting from Final Cut, so I had to redo a couple of videos real quick for the stream. So, so yeah, Cupcake is totally amazing. She's doing great work. Whatchamacallit, pretty tough skill. That front cross, the Fly Chi Flow Form number 2. Ooh. You're talking about coolies? Quakerhound? Quakerhound? I don't know a Quakerhound. Don't know Quakerhound. Quakerhound. Don't know. Don't know, Cupcake. No idea. No say. No say. Got some throwing stuff. I have been doing some training. You can see that hanging hoop there. I've been having some issues with my body roll. So I thought I would go through body rolls and some other stuff and go ahead and work a skill that I need to work. Like I said, I had some issues with it. So any questions about body rolls, hit me up. Why is my, oh, that's why. Huh. Like, damn, why is my lighting so bad? There we go, that's a little better. Any questions on the body roll? It's not hard, it's easy. We'll hit on that, and then I'll do some variations. I'll do a little training here. Here, I'll give it a shot. So I want to go through the hoop and hit the green thing. Just like that. Just like that. Those are both terrible, by the way. I should be rolling smoothly and hitting that each time. Right? That one right there. Those last 3 were pretty good. So that's my kind of precision and accuracy drill for that little fake body roll there, right? Cupcake, you little savage, stop, stop. Oh, and I drilled myself in the mouth the other day and it pissed me off. And that does seem to be a valid motivator for me. Actually, it made me angry, and it did get me on point. Like, my arm doesn't work when I get my hands up, so I think that's part of it. So I can't really get too angry, but when it popped me in the mouth, I still feel it. I still got like a raw spot in my mouth where the disc like whacked me in the fucking face. It was terrible. So I've been doing that. The other one I've been doing is I have the yellow. Can you see? Oh, you can't see the yellow. Hang on. So I have the yellow and the blue. So what I was trying to do was to body roll onto the blue and then to body roll onto the yellow, onto the blue, onto the yellow, and all of these are freaking terrible, guys. Like, they're not even body rolls. I'm just like, ugh. So I'm gonna do a couple more of these, kind of warm up, show my ass a little bit, get a little bit humble, or get in the flow, one or the other. I'll take either one. I wanna drop it on the blue, drop it on the yellow. Drop it on the blue. Drop it on the yellow. Blue, yellow. And I'm going to do one more of those. It's not good, guys. It's not freaking good. And I am a little cramped by this apparatus behind me. You can see I'm touching it, but should be able to deal with it. And we're supposed to go to the blue. This one will go to the yellow. To the blue. To the yellow. Gosh darn it. Oh, Cupcake. Getting a savage workout. Okay, I'm going to go back and pump up my body roll a little bit. So I'll give you guys some instruction on this. It's fucking shitty, guys. It sucks. All right. Talk about dogs and stuff later or Sunday. Throwing right now. Throwing, Ace of Hogan. We're throwing. Cattle dogs are okay. Not my preferred breed. A little too much go for me. So with the body roll, what I like to do is I like to hold my middle finger on the rim. Helps me get to the center of my wrist. Right? I want to hit. What's a good way for you to see it? I want to hit right there. If I hit there, it will roll all the way across. All of the ones I'm missing, I'm not hitting there. As soon as I hit there, it rolls all the way across. Right? So hitting there is the key. And when I get working, I make a mistake. And I shoot it down usually, or I shoot it up. I hit myself in the mouth, man. It was terrible. But I just want to take from here, hit the middle of my forearm, which is why I use the middle finger on the rim. Tends to get it right down the line. What you're looking for first is criteria of hitting your wrist. That one missed my wrist. That's why it didn't roll. Criteria of hitting your wrist. As soon as you hit your wrist, the disc starts to roll. As soon as the disc starts to roll, we select elbow. Oop, I missed the wrist, didn't make it to the elbow. I hit the elbow. I hit the elbow. Hit the elbow, right? Once I'm comfortable and I'm hitting the elbow as a criteria, I'm going to go to the first shoulder. First shoulder. And you can see it rolling all the way to the first shoulder, right? And as soon as I get this, the whole thing is done. So once I got the first shoulder, I'll go to the middle of the chest. And that hit right the middle of the chest. Criteria met, criteria met. Oop, that one didn't. It jumped off right here, so I'll suck that in. What happens is you'll go, and right there, yeah, you can see it jump off of my massive pec, right? You can see it jump off right there. And what I want to do at that moment is remove my body, either by being a little rounder in here or by moving a little bit. Once you identify that place where it's falling off, try to work around it. And as soon as you identify that spot and try to work around it, you start taking the second shoulder as your criteria, right? And that second shoulder is where my throw is for that little flip toss. If I get to the second shoulder, I push, right? And that push is what makes the throw. So that whole throw happened, flipped body roll flip. I was trying to learn the body roll, right? And every time it was hitting that shoulder and it was bouncing off. So I'd go here and it would bounce off that shoulder, right? And it would bounce off. So what I did was I took ownership of that, and I drove it off that shoulder, right? So here, I'm gonna drive it off that shoulder. The idea is if I can drive it with the shoulder, oops, missed my forearm. If I can drive it with the shoulder, hey, give that to me, Julitas, you savage. Right? Then I can remove the shoulder, pull it away. So I learned to drive it with the shoulder, and while doing so, I realized that every one of them, I mean, it is super, fucker, god damn it, grr. It is a super reliable throw. Like I literally can drop it on both of those if I can hit the frickin' forearm first. If I can hit my wrist, gosh darn it. So, middle finger on the rim to the forearm. Once you're there, you're on your way. Select a criteria that you can hit. Once you're comfortably hitting that criteria, move on. If you hit one that keeps screwing up, make it happen. Do something with it. Right? I can throw it right to you. And then by taking ownership of it and doing something with it, then I can make it go away. And so there you go. Body roll from the hand. And body roll, flip toss. Woohoo. Right? Oh, Cupcake, you are freaking loving it, right? You're just loving it. All right. So, any questions, anything like that on that? Yeah, the app is crashed right now. The app is crashed. I couldn't keep it on for the 5-7 people that were using it. It's pretty expensive, and the real-time chat isn't working, isn't set up yet by the app developer, and I can't pay a shit ton of money per month for no instant chat and for a few people to be on it. So let's see. Yep. So anything about the body roll stuff other than it's super cool? It is pretty cool. It isn't hard, guys. It isn't hard. It's a magic trick. It's totally a magic trick. So I showed you guys like how to do it from the hand, right? From there, you can do it seated if you want. It's a little harder, right? The general position is round. I like to say like grab a big stone or hug a big giant tree, right? You want to lift your elbows up as well and hit that forearm as soon as you hit your forearm. Ah, come on, Ron. It's such a pain in the ass. Don't know why. I swear, I think it's because as soon as my arm gets up into my shoulder area, my pinky and ring finger don't work anymore. Yeah, anyway. So when you're doing it that way, you want to drive directly to the forearm. If you want to throw it, you can toss it to that hand, right? You literally want to toss it to that hand. Boom, right? And then all you're going to do is the same thing. You're going to touch it with your middle finger and let it roll right down. And I'm doing it vertical right now because that's going to allow me to do it with the least amount of spin. And with no wind. Again, I'm just tossing it to this hand, and I'm tossing it to that middle finger. And as soon as it hits the middle finger, I push it down onto the forearm there. As soon as it hits the forearm, now I want to get to the elbow. Made it to the elbow, now I want to get to the shoulder. Made it to the shoulder, now I want to get to the chest. Made it to the chest, now I want to get to the shoulder. Right, you can see it lift on the shoulder there. Now I want to get to the second elbow. Made it to the second elbow, then to the second hand. Boom. Right? Again, all you're going to do is toss it to that, 40-pound weight will take you out. Toss it to that middle finger right there. Or toss it up and put your middle finger there. Drive it right down. Drive it, oops, don't let it get hung up. Oh, Cupcake, did you get it? Drive it right down that forearm. All right, whoa, Cupcake, whoa. Oh, yeah, right, Cupcake, ooh, she's a savage. Oh, I got popped in the mouth again. I'm gonna get angry, Pan. I'm gonna get hangry. Well, you gotta be careful, don't you? Yeah, it's not all fun and games, is it? Can't just run around like a little loon. Poor girl. Poor little Cupcake. Oh, it's horrible. All right, so let me see. Ooh, super exciting. That's awesome, Ace of Hogan. That is super exciting. Super cool. Again, for the body roll, Ace of Hogan, you hold it so your middle finger is on the rim. You do that so you can get directly to the forearm. If you can get directly to the forearm, I mean, you can do a body roll going up, right? Right to the forearm. As soon as it hits the forearm, it starts to roll. If you miss the forearm, every time I miss there, I miss the forearm. If I hit the forearm, I can push that. Right? All day long. If I hit that forearm. Right? All day long. And then when you throw it to yourself, if you want to throw it over there, you just want to make sure that it rolls down the arm. You hit that middle finger with it. Or you throw it and hit it with your middle finger, either one. It's a little bit of both. I wouldn't recommend trying to catch it right away. I would really recommend those criteria. So when you start, you want a forearm criteria, right? Hold your arms out, let it roll. Don't even try and catch it. Make sure you hit that forearm criteria, right? And what'll happen is it'll do the whole roll and you'll get to see it and feel it and it'll be awesome. If you try to catch it right away, you're gonna be focused over here and this is the key, guys, right there, right? So when I get to the elbow, I just wanna get to the elbow. If I happen to catch it over here, that's fine. I'm not trying to do the body roll. I'm gonna get to the second shoulder, right? Let it go and I'll let it fall. I hit the second shoulder, woohoo. I've hit my criteria, I'm a winner, right? Same thing coming down. Don't try and catch it, let it hit here. Get that criteria right there a few times, right there, right there, right? Right there. That's plenty. Now, once I got it hitting that first elbow, I'm going to go to the shoulder. You could hear it thunk, right? You can hear it hit the thing. Right? Hit the shoulder. Now I want to go to maybe the middle of the chest. Right? Hits right there. Oops, that was a little short. I don't like that. I want it to hit there. So I'll make that go away. Make it go away. And then I'll take the second shoulder. Second shoulder, you can see it right there, there. Second shoulder, second shoulder. Then the elbow. Second elbow. Missed it. I got the hand. I did the body roll, right? Missed the second elbow. Not cool. Hit the fucking second elbow, Ron. Bounced up on the second shoulder. Didn't hit the second elbow. Fix that. Jumped up off the second shoulder. There it did. Now I got the shoulder out of the way. Still shoulders in the way. Miss the forearm. Yep, shoulders in the way. There we go. Shoulders in the way. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right? So I'm actually working on that piece. I don't give a shit about the catch or the roll or anything. All right, so back body roll. Same thing, you're going to throw it up. Oh shit, I got to lift the camera up. You're going to throw it up to that other hand. And then we're going to do like this little dipsy doodle thing. Do this little dipsy doodle thing around it. So, hold it up here. I throw the disc. I need to make sure that I can throw that disc there. Catch it. I'm looking at you. Right? Notice my hand doesn't move. I need to be able to be really close to that kind of precision. You saw me move my hand that time. Maybe I can move it that much. But I really want that to be here. Right? And what I'm going to do is, once I make the throw, I'm going to stick my other hand in that hand. So I'm going to throw to that hand, and I'm going to stick my hand right in there. Holding here, I'm going to stick my hand right in there, and the disc will hit there. It's on the back of the middle finger. Hits the back of the forearm. And that'll be my criteria. So I'll throw here. I'll throw here. I'll throw here, right? And then I'll throw and stick my hand in there. And as soon as I throw and stick my hand in there, it rolls all the way down to my first elbow. Right here, stick my hand in there. Didn't quite get down didn't get all the way down the arm, that's okay. Right there, boom, stick my hand in there. Here, boom. So with the back body roll, it's a good thing to practice even if you can't do the regular body roll, right? Or you can't, right? Can't do cool shit with the body roll. The back body roll is going to teach you how to kind of wave your body, right? It is going to teach you how to wave your body. So when you start, you make the toss and you stick your hand in, right? And it starts to roll down. As it rolls down, it starts to fall a little. And so how and when you turn to get the elbow is going to affect, oh, Cupcake, you're so good, is going to affect the roll of the disc, right? We'll hit on some of that, Ace Hogan. So with the back body roll, as you increase your criteria, you're going to move around it, right? And so what I like to do, I like to go to the forearm, to the shoulder, and then I do a catch here. And I'm going to show you all the way through that. Okay? So I'm going to work through that. I'm going to throw to here, and then I'm going to throw to here and put my finger in there. I'm going to get it to my elbow, then I'm going to get it to my shoulder. Once I get it to my shoulder, I'm going to roll it right there. I'm going to catch that bastard right there. Right? And then I'm going to try my focus until I can catch 7 or 8 out of 10 is going to be on back body roll catch right there. So here comes the back body roll, right? I'm on my second shoulder, or I'm on my first shoulder. Here it comes again. Not quite the first shoulder. Let me do a couple more. Boom, missed it again. Boom, got to the second or to the first shoulder. Now I'm going to go for the catch. So I'm going to go here. Boom. I'm going to try and catch it right there. So I'll throw to that hand. Boom. I'll try and catch. I really should be catching that. Boom. My criteria, once again, is to get the catch. I'll do a couple more, and then I'll do a run of 10 and see where I'm at. Make the throw, boom, pow. Feeling, this thing is like really weird, man. Don't like it. It's really bugging me. All right. Wow, almost. Bang. Oh, it's so sad. So sad. All right, woohoo. I'm really rocking that criteria. I was supposed to catch a couple of those so I can move on in terms of, I think am I too slow? I don't know, maybe I'm too fucking old. Maybe it isn't the same skill anymore. I don't know. All right, so let's just pretend I caught a bunch of those. My next criteria would be the second elbow. So I'll go here, and then I'll go to the second elbow. Boom, second elbow. And I'll know that I hit the second elbow if it goes up, right? If it goes up, I know I hit the second elbow. Missed it. That missed right off the bat, by the way, too, because I didn't catch the thing on the back of my middle finger. Come here, Cupcake. Yeah, all right. All right, now I'm going to go back and do the thing that I wanted to do kind of in the first place, which is 5. So I'm going to try and drop a body roll on the blue and a body roll on the yellow. A body roll on the blue. Come on, Ron. And a body roll on the yellow. On the blue, on the yellow. Gosh darn it. I'm going to try one more of those, and then I'm going to go and work the hoop. On the blue, what happened, Pan? That was horrible. On the yellow. On the blue, I like the depth. On the yellow. On the blue, gosh darn it, on the yellow. I do like that, though. Normally, I make the mistake to this side, so that's pretty cool. All right, now I'm going to try and send these through the hoop. Right? Ah, this is a good one. So, I don't know, I'll just try and go through the hoop. What happened? Missed the forearm. Don't miss the forearm. Right? Don't miss the forearm. Really like to get this back to some place good so I could go boom, pow, right? Go boom, pow, boom, pow, mer, grr. I'll do a few more. This is pretty, this is kind of intense work for me, actually, right? Nice little short attention span theater, 20, 30 reps on this, that, the other. Things that are close to it. This is an easy, super easy skill, man. Like, one of the reasons I really liked this as like a marquee or a superstar move was because that thing is 100%. It's not like a foot brush, right? Literally, all you have to do is get that, and you've got the prettiest, smoothest, most fluid flip toss you can imagine, right? And then I get out into the field, and I freeze and fuck up, right? Grr. It's very groovy though, right? Super smooth. I really like it. Let me do it backwards. Huh, yeah. Let's do it with a throw. Let's do it with a throw. So I'm going to throw, I'm going to cup it, I'm going to push it in, then I'm going to try and drive it out with that hand, with that shoulder. All right? And then I'm going to try and put it through that hoop. It's a bummer though, I don't think I can do it with multiple discs in my hand at least. Oh, could get ugly. Yeah, totally going to get ugly. Come on, Ron. Yeah, so remember when I was talking about you don't want to try and catch it? You can see me like really trying to force that shoulder. I have to do that first. Like I have to get that working. If I don't get this part working and I focus here, I'll never body roll it there. Right? I want to make sure that I get that first, right? That part of it, this part is the key. There, not that fucking vicious shoulder throw, right? It's like everyone when they try and learn the air bounce, I'm just doing shit like this. The throw, the air bounce is there. That's what the air bounce is. If you don't do that well, you're not air bouncing. That body roll is here. There is the body roll. This is just bullshit. It's just the finish. All right. All right, here we go. A couple more reps. Not okay. All right. Body roll flip, and I'll do flip to body roll flip a couple times just to put her down. And then we'll come talk to Asa Hogan. All right, here we go. Boom. Pow. Boom. Pow. Boom. Pow. That's how you do it, Epi. That's how we're going to do it. That's coming in 2023. Spring 2023. All right. See what we got. All right. So, bunch of super nice things. Thank you, Ace Hogan. Work hard, do your forms. You'll improve. You'll improve. Do your forms. Seriously, though, your forms super important. Like, Cupcake is like only done forms, and she can do like really nice work. You know, she's got to learn to stop. As soon as she learns that, she's ready to roll. And that will come through the forms, right? So instead of teaching her to stop, I'm going to teach her to move clock and counter, to do front crosses, rear crosses. Here, I'll show you. Check this out. This is pretty awesome. Check her out here. Choose file. Downloads. Number 2, Cupcake. All right, so here's Fly Chief Flow Form number 3. Pretty sweet. So this is uncut, unedited. I just pulled it up from my hard drive. So this is going to be a rear cross in both directions. Come here. Can't reach it.
Where's my audio? Turn up the audio.
Oh, and this doesn't have good audio. I'm sorry.
You won't be able to hear me well.
Fly Chief Flow Form number 3, rear crosses. So I'll make a throw. I'll pick her up. I'll rear cross her.
I have really
from one
nice
direction
audio.
to the other, and then I have to rear cross her in the other direction and flow, and then I'll block her for these 2 flatware compass moves, and then I'll rear cross her in one direction, rear cross her in the other, and then I'll
So we'll do
block her
2
for the
in
2
flow
passes. And what we're
in
getting
each
here,
direction.
again, is this. The whole game is. Don't do that. The whole game is throttled through me. Okay. Here. Oh, I didn't burn you. Good work. So she's coming in, out, on top, flip.
So she's clock, now
So
she's going
counter
counter.
clock,
That was a rear cross.
She's
And now I'm going
coming
to
in
keep her
on
going counter.
House, squip, go clockwise, rear cross. And now I'm going to block her. Out.
So those 2, we kept it moving. Make the throw, I pull her in, I keep her moving. I teach her to go. I teach her how to go with a rear cross. The one that we watched in the intro is Fly Chief Flow Form number 2, which has a front cross, draws the dog in. On this one, when we're flowing, the dog will turn away and work the handler. now after the 2 flowing movements, I'm going to stop the dog. And I'm going to make a direct throw to 2 o'clock, to a clockwise flank. I'll block, and I'll make a throw out to 10 o'clock, which would set a counterclock flank.
Apparently she doesn't
Right.
take the left-hand throws. Now I'm back onto the rear crosses. I'll go ouse, counter to clock, squib, catch. Yes, good girl. Come on, do the task. And now we'll go ouse, clock to counter squib. Squib. Now I want to get some shape on that, a little more L-like.
So she came in from over there on the left where the hammock is, the blue hammock. And she came in, and then I threw her out to the wood pile over there, to the brush pile, right? And that's like an L shape, right? I want to make sure that my rear cross moves in that direction. We can talk about that some other time, but again, each time she's getting stopped. Now this pass, she comes running in, I block her, right?
This pose
She runs by and is like, whatever, round, I don't give a shit. And then
myself, catch.
I switch and tell her, okay,
Whoa.
Now come
That little girl's a
past
badass.
me.
Ouse.
Oh wait, look,
Yes.
watch.
Yes, way right there.
Zip it,
Oh,
King.
She's never done it. Zoom in, John. Ouse. Dog catch. Good work.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Look at her.
Cupcake
Holy cow.
dog
That
catch.
was amazing.
Holy shit.
Here you go, dog catch.
Right? She is savage. You can tell, look at her. She's down there looking savage. So that was the rear cross fly chi flow form. That would be fly chi flow form number 3. And pretty awesome that she can knock that down. She kind of knows what's happening. She does need to respect the stoppage a little more, right? And the tendency is to want to do more of the flat work compass, right? So where you just stop her all the time. I need her to stop, right? If I really need her to stop, I'm not going to spend all my time fighting her to stop. I'm going to teach her how to run, and then I'm going to teach her how to stop. And I can do them both at the same time within the flat work compass, or I'm sorry, within the fly chi flow form, rather than to try to force her to stop or to focus solely on the stop, right? In which case, what I'm trying to get doesn't really happen all that often, right? It always happens shitty. At least this way I can move her well, right? And I can tell her to move, and then I can tell her to stop. All right, so yeah, come out whenever, Ace of Hogan. Let us know. We'll be setting up the DiscDog bed and breakfast. We'll probably set up sometime soon again, which is pretty awesome. I think you'd be surprised at all the super cool people who've been to multiple bed and breakfasts. Or bed and get your own damn breakfast, as we used to say. Hoop is easy. The hoop is kind of nice. It's a nice target because you can get a sense of how close you got to the target by how long it stays there or how hard it hits the green thing, right? That'll do, King. King, FE, zip. Dude. So I'm going to try and get it to hover right at the hoop. Right? It barely hit the green thing. No, I'll go through the hoop and I'll drill the green thing. Right, you hear it hit the wall? This one, right, that one actually hovers in that hoop. King, stop. Right, it hovers in that hoop. King, you're a superstar, but we're all done. Dude, all done. Chill. Dude, chill. It was great work, though, catching them all like that, King. So I like the hoop as a target because it allows me to compute the depth without, like, drilling the wall or getting the fake feedback of the net that says, yeah, that was great, right? Because you can hover it up and hang it up in there, so. All right. Do your forms. Do your fucking forms, right, Antonis? Antonis is doing his forms. You want to do your forms because they'll teach you how to do the things you already know how to do. Or I'm sorry, they'll teach you how to do the things you already do and how the things you do work. And you have to know that if you're going to do cool shit. You know what I mean? If you're going to do, someone like me can come in and tell you to move your feet like this and move your feet like that and stand like this, do that, and it'll work for a little while. And then it'll change for you and the dog because you don't know how to hold it. You don't know what you're doing, right? You're doing it, but you don't know what you're doing. If I step 6 inches to the other side, what happens? I don't know. So you step that way, and the next thing you know, your super cool thing is broken. And someone like me's got to come in and tell you how to fix it again, right? Or you can do your forms, figure out what it is you're doing, learn how the things that you're doing work, how general things work in Frisbee, and how close your work and general things in Frisbee are, and you can fix your shit, right? Yeah, the DiscDog B&B is like it's a camp here, or it's like a not a board and train. Yeah, board and train. We throw you in a fucking crate. We get you out in the morning. We work the shit out of you. Maybe we feed you lunch. Maybe we don't. We work till 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and maybe feed you, right? Yeah, we used to do the DiscDog bed and breakfast. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 nights, and it's pretty cool. It's super fun. Miss doing it, actually. All right. Yeah, and I hate to say it, but the way to learn how to do new cool shit is to get better at your foundation so that when you go to do cool new shit, you don't have to fix anything. And you know, you tell your dog to stand there and the dog waits there. You present your dog a trigger and the dog acts on the trigger. Right? Then all you have to do is teach the skill. You don't have to learn how to handle the dog in a new situation. All right. Right? Barefoot foot brushes. You're brave. All right. Oh no. How long do we go down for? Yep, I did some, I put some through the hoop finally. That was so rough. I told you I smacked myself in the face, right? Made me angry. I was like, I'm going to do this shit on camera. I'm going to do it on the feed live in front of Google and everybody. It gave me a good swift kick in the ass to do it, though. I do think there's something to be said about my arms, though, not lifting. Because like when I was doing it here and I was holding up, and when I tried to lift my elbow, like I didn't hit my arm anymore. All right, so I went through body rolls. A thrown body roll to yourself. I'm just doing it. Little discs, way harder. If you do play with little discs, don't try and do disc things with little discs. Don't try and learn them with little discs. Learn them with a big disc, right? Learn them with a big disc and then transfer it to a little disc. The little disc is a very small lever, right? And it's 40% the weight, maybe. 45% the weight, maybe. Something like that. And you can't feel them. You know what I mean? You can't feel what they're doing. So when you're trying to do these new throws, new tricks, I think having more mass and a bigger lever, right? Listen. You can hear it tearing off my hand. So, yeah, I'll do it with big discs. Save me the embarrassment. Save me the embarrassment. Zip, zip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's up, Cupcake? So, you can zip, zip. Zip. Don't be so pangry. You can toss it up here and you hook it right there on your middle finger and then you push it to your forearm. And once it hits your forearm, you just let it drag across. You can hit your forearm with it as well. Right? And you can really spin the shit out of this one because you're throwing it like not really anywhere. You can throw it straight up and kind of move your arm into it. Come on, Ron. Ooh, this one's got slobber all over it. King, you did some work on this one. Maybe could you see the slobber slinging? That's awesome. I think you could. I could. Boom. Boom. And if you just touch it, it shoots down your arm. So you just touch it with that middle finger right there, and it hits your forearm and speeds on down the line. All right. I like to go boom, pow. Ho, ho, ho. Boom, pow. Come on, Ron. Boom, pow. Boom, pow. So right hand, fidget, body roll, left hand, fidget, body roll, fidget. Body roll. Left hand, right hand is nice as well. Fidget, body roll. If only to make you more confident in your right hand. Fidget to body roll. Fidget to body roll. Boom, pow. Boom, pow. Boom, pow. Boom. And when I have discs in my hand, I'm hitting my forearm, right? I can also hit the middle of the disc. So I can use the disc to kind of catch that and tap it in, right? So I can kind of grab it with that disc, right? grab each of them with the middle finger, or grab it with the disc, grab it with the disc. Woohoo! All right. Whoa, whoa. All right. I'm missing one. I don't know. Anybody here? Antonis, what's up? Yes, there is a fidget to throw grips, or to switch grips. So the builder back, it's built off of can't remember if it's no, it's built off the Pavel. I was trying to figure out if it was built off the Blurm, if it was built off this one or that one, and it's built off of that one. So you want to catch it high, cheat a little bit to the inside. So you see that the outside has a little bit, I'm not in the center anymore, cheating a little bit to the inside. And that's because I want the outside to flop. So I'm going to take this from here and I'm going to tilt that up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? And so that's called the Pavel. It is right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the Blurm. And that's the Pavel. So outside and it rolls over and you catch it, right? So in order to do the builder back, it rolls out, right? It gets here and then it keeps rolling and you drop down and you catch it. With the builder back, once it gets here and starts to fall, you turn your hand up and make the catch. So I'm gonna catch it high and tilt it out, and once it hits here, I'm gonna turn my hand up. And it's gonna go here, and once it turns here, I'm gonna turn my hand up. Once it rolls, it'll roll. Once it gets here, I'm gonna turn my hand up. You can see it switching grips each time. So I go here, boom, I turn my hand up to finish. I go outside, it rolls over, I turn my hand up to finish. I go outside, I turn my hand up to finish, I'm in catch low. I go outside, I turn my hand up and finish, I'm in catch high. I go outside, I turn my hand up and finish, and I'm catch low, catch high, catch high, catch low, catch high, catch low, catch high, right? Yeah. So if you want to do just the Pavel, you leave your hand here and keep your knuckles up, let's say. Don't turn your hand over, right? Don't turn your hand up. Leave your hand down, and it'll fall right in there, right? If you want it to switch, when it gets there, turn your hand up. Turn your hand up. So you can see my thumb is up now. Thumb is up. Thumb is up. Catch low. Thumb is up. Catch high. Knuckles up. Knuckles up. Catch high. Knuckles up. This is good practice, by the way. This is a fucking mind fuck to try and work between the two. Knuckles up. You'll see it on catch high. Knuckles up, catch high. Thumb up, catch low. Knuckles up, catch low. Knuckles up, catch low. Knuckles up, catch low. Thumb up, catch high. Ha ha ha. It's the builder back. Super cool. Very useful fidget, man. And you should know when somebody does it. Damn it. When somebody does it, it's cool. So I do it a lot. I do behind the back, right? So I go like, boom, behind the back, and then I go here for the catch high and the jazz throw, right? So I throw my behind the back over there. Makai, get out! Boom! Dog catches out there. I go here, and I drag him across the front for the catch. And I don't know how many judges see me do that. They should, because it's obvious something happened, right? All the rest of the fidgets, unless you're fidgeting. Oh, I wasn't even on camera, was I? Unless you're fidgeting into the release, right? So that the fidget is part of the throw. Right? And as soon as you start to do something like that, right? Like as soon as you try to make your fidget into the throw, that throw gets really hard, man. If I go, like that's bullshit. You know what I mean? In comparison. It's cooler than just, perhaps it's cooler than just making the throw, right? But when you put your fidget into the throw, now we're talking something different, right? Yeah, hard to find places where fidgets actually are like super useful. This one, nice little setup move, Makai. Get around. Ready, Cupcake? Cupcake! Ready? Makai. Pow, right? She's like, whoa, that's magic, Ron. That's crazy town. What are you doing? Let's see. Any other? Yeah, that's what I got on fidgets, Antonis. Nothing else is. Cupcake, I can't reach it. Nothing else is coming to mind. All right, what do we got? What's going on? Anything? Yeah, what was I off camera on? Was I off camera on the... So when you're doing a fidget, you want to make sure that the fidget, well, you can do a fidget and then make the throw, but it's not hard. It really shouldn't impress any judge. The closer that fidget comes to the throw, the cooler that fidget and throw become, right? So this fidget is actually part of that throw. And you didn't see, but I like did something like that, right? And I did something like that because that's hard, right? This is bullshit, right? And it's not bullshit. Like I said, it's sometimes cooler than making the throw itself, right? But it's not like a super difficult thing. Fidgets really should only give like huge benefits and draw big attention when they're useful or when they're part of the delivery of a throw, right? You know, Mackay, you know, you get 1/100th of a point higher, right? Because, I mean, not many people drop this fidget. How many fidgets do you see dropped? Right? This fidget, like, never gets dropped. And if it never gets dropped, it can't really be super, super hard. That's funny. I think fidgets are terrific. I think they are super important critters for Frisbee, right? Like being able, being comfortable with how the disc moves and responds in your hand, right? Like that's important. That's nice stuff to have available for you, right? But I think it gets a little out of control when people are like, they do a multiple fidget, multiple fidget, multiple fidget. Like, it's not that cool, dude. It's not that cool. Yeah, of course. Of course. And the reason is because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. Right? Your tricks. Ace of Hogan, your tricks through is half a second. A flip is half a second. Your through, your flip, your vault, your out throw, that's about 3 seconds of work, right? So what are you going to do for the other 30 seconds of that sequence or the other 15 seconds of that sequence, right? That's the stuff we have to know how to do. And everything was a blank because you had to deal with the 12 seconds that weren't the trick. Does that make sense? Do you follow me? You know, in your routine, you've got somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds of trick. What are you doing for the rest of that time? You're watching your dog, you're picking up discs, you're preparing, you're handling your dog, right? You need to be good at that part of things. You know, you need to be good at that part of things. And nobody focuses there, right? Nobody focuses. That's where the focus is. That's where the forms put you, right? The forms will put you right there because you have to do it this way. The flat work compass. Right? Antonis is working the flat work compass right now. He's doing a fantastic job. He's doing a great job. On his first rep, on his first attempt, his first video that he sent in, he was very crude, right? He was very crude and simple. And it was very functional, mechanically correct, right? But I'm sure he felt like a dope. Right? His dog was probably like, wow, what's wrong with him? He's moving a little jerky, you know, is he okay? But he got the form done, right? And then the second time he did it, the clunkiness was gone. The trigger was identified. He was confident in moving, right? In boom, stepping, he was confident, he was making the throw, boom, boom, right? He was blocking the dog, right? But what he wasn't doing was picking the dog up. He makes the throw at 8 yards, right? Dog catches it, turns, and starts coming in. Antonis was standing here like this until the dog got right here. And then Antonis was trying to block him, and he was already stopped. Or she was already stopped. And so what Antonis's homework is to make the throw out there and pull the dog, drive the dog, bring the dog back into the flat work compass and slam the dog on that block, lock the dog down here so that we can go this way, right? And then the dog comes in from over there, and Antonis is going to drive the dog in and slam the dog into this block. Boom, nice sharp stop. At which point in time, Antonis is going to say catch and perform a pass. And so within the form, he learned how to throw a flank that way, a flank, and a pass. He learned how to communicate the flank and the pass. He doesn't know nothing about Frisbee, right? Couple of reps. He knows how to do that. He doesn't know nothing about it yet. You know, I'm in that club, by the way, Antonis, right? I am totally in that club. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing out there. You know, I'm just struggling through the forms just like you guys. And I know that sounds dumb and you guys think I'm not patronizing, right? I learn something new all the frickin' time. Antonis is now looking to put his confident communication and his clearly triggered, well thought out, resonant, visible throws for the dog, right? Now he's adding in handling. And he's going to learn how to handle his dog from over there and bring the dog in real sharply and cleanly and stop the dog like a fucking boss right in front of him. And have the dog stand there and wait for direction. It'll be fucking amazing, right? And all that is going to be in 3 or 4 sessions with the flat work compass, the dumb flat work compass, right? And it is a dumb little form, right? But it's all the stuff we're doing. And if you work it and you are honest about it and you question what you're doing and you do some cool shit and come back and work it again, you'll be like, ooh, I can use this. Ooh, my dog isn't so good there. No wonder he misses that catch, right? You'll find out those things. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Do your forms, cupcake, blah, blah, blah. Flat work. All right. So, super stoked about the body roll throwing stuff. I need to get that together. It's a really, really hot shit trick. I showed the Lele thing the other day. Here, I'll show you again. I don't mind showing off some old school rock-a-lele. Don't mind that at all. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to do just this.
All right, here you go, Cupcake. Come here.
That was kind of cool.
That's a flipped body roll flip, and that's a reverse hoop. 2005. Right? Do or do not. There is no try. Nasty trick, guys. Nasty rock-a-lele shit. She was such a badass. But I'd love to revisit that. I don't think I'm gonna get the reverse hoop. Like, I only did that as like a marquee trick. I did it in a few shows and stuff. But we did hooped body roll hoop. Or I'm sorry, flipped body roll flip. Right? And that flipped body roll flip, when I'm not doing the hoop and stuff, was a setup move for the rest of the opening sequence. And it was a super cool move. I'd really like to do it with Epi. I just can't fucking throw it anymore. Grrr. Right? Apparently I need to get socked in the mouth again. Maybe someone can punch me in the mouth before I go out on the field. That would put me in the right mood. I'm sure I'd have lots of volunteers for that job, right? Yeah, but it was super funny. I popped myself in the mouth and was like, motherfucker, rah, rah, rah. I got angry, and it was funny. All right, I think I'm going to do a few more I'm gonna wrap it up and tie things together with that. I'm gonna try and do my drops on the chair here, right? So I think I'll start with dropping on the chair. And on the yellow, on the blue, on the yellow. Like I should be landing these on there, guys. Like I really should be. It's not okay. I'm gonna do a couple of these. I'm gonna do a couple in the hoop. Wrap up with any questions or anything. Cheater. So I think I need to check my criteria here. So quick thing about this. The criteria for this, I'm trying to hit these. But the criteria for this is a good body roll, right? And so I should just have the good body roll criteria with the yellow and the blue targets kind of as my focus or the thing that I'm grounding myself on. Does that make sense? Right? I shouldn't be trying to put it on here, hitting the forearm, good clean body roll become a byproduct or a secondary criteria, right? Because then I can go like this and drop it on there. Hang on. Here we go. Oh, come on, we can do that. We can do that, right? There it is, yeah. I don't want it to go there, right? And the reason that I mentioned that is one of them that I threw shitty happened to hit and almost land on the blue, and I was like, ooh, and I was like, that sucked. What the fuck are you excited about? That was shit, right? Don't get caught up in the goal, right? If the goal violates the things that are required to get there, it's not part of your goal, right? It's congrats on having it happen, but it's not going to happen for you in the future. Right? You have to have, there we go. You have to have the appropriate stuff getting to the goal. Yeah, and these are so much better, guys. Like just so much better, all of them. Targeting was a little weaker, but the fluidity and solid performance of the body roll was super nice. 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 All right. And so it didn't go through the hoop, right? But it was a beautiful outside body roll. So I'm going to take it as a successful criteria. And it's important. I need it so I can deal with that, right? I want to be able to deal with that and do better on the next one. All right, I'm going to do one more of these. We'll talk about Antonis's forehands, and I'll tell you, Ace of Hogan, where I got started. Ooh. Yeah, now we're talking. Now I feel like a badass. Yeah. All right. Was a nice finish. I am going to quit while I'm high. All right. Forehands video. Post it on the patrons page for, Antonis, you can post it either on the patrons page, the group, you can post it public, or you can post it to the Disquando class group. It's up to you. I like stuff to be public, right? I like other people to see it. I also like stuff to be separated by groups so that, you know, the people who should see it, see it. So it's up to you. Share it so the rest of the people in class can benefit from the video, and we can talk about it and see what the feedback was. I think there's a lot to be learned by observing and partaking of instruction secondhand. So what got me started in Frisbee Ace of Hogan, I got a border collie because my first dog was an idiot. I wanted a smart dog. And my first dog was awesome, but she was trouble. She was naughty. And I found out she was a Toller mix, Nova Scotian duck tolling retriever mix. She was brilliant. And she would have made one fucking hell of a Frisbee dog, let me tell you. Not a great athlete, good athlete, good athlete, not great, not like any super giant leaping thing, right? But little tiny goer. She used to tug, she used to drag me and my friends around the house, tugging on a blanket, like 3 or 4 of us. She'd drag us all around the house. She was a little vicious beast. She liked to fish, and she liked to take toys and run away with them and run outside in the winter and have everyone in the house out in their underwear at 5 a.m. yelling at her, you know, naughty dog. And I got a border collie because I wanted a smart dog. And I realized that smart dogs aren't super easy. That Sugar, my first dog, really was a smart dog. I was going to do agility with chemo, and agility people, I went to one practice and I was like, fuck this, dude. It was too tight, too square. And then we were looking for houses in 1997, and driving through Dallas, and there was discs and dogs and cones. And I cut off like five lanes of traffic and pulled into the park, and it was Bob Evans and Chuck Middleton training for the World Finals. And they gave me some discs and asked me, you know, about my dog, and I came out and trained with them the next day, and 6 months later we were competitive and beating them, and we were doing it. And that was that. It was pretty amazing. Like most people, my first dog like totally drugged me into it. He was amazing. He was super, super cool. It's a good story. It is a good story. Yep. Nice way to get introduced to the sport, for sure. For sure. All right, so what else we got? We got anything? Anyone got anything? All right. I don't know. Hang out for a sec, see if anyone comes up with anything. I'll try and find maybe a cool video to watch. And some king work and some epic work. And Cupcake's a badass, so right? Here, you know what? Let's go through the first. Yeah, I had the same thing. We were always playing Frisbee, Ace of Hogan. We were always playing Frisbee in the yard. We had a bunch of Frisbees. Like, I mean, we only had 1 or 2 Frisbees at a time, but that was a common thing. Let's see. Let me pull up that the Cupcake Fly Chi Flow number 2. Are we going to do number 2 or number 1, Cupcake? We could do 2 or 3. 2 or 3. Rear cross or front cross? We'll do front cross. It's harder. Ready? Easy. I'm going to start out. Makai, get out. And now I have to read her flank.
House.
Sorry, guys. I've been talking this whole time. Ha, funny. So,
Rear cross or front cross? We'll do front cross. It's harder. Easy. I'm going to start out. Makai, get out.
so I'm sending her clock. She continues clock, right? So from here, I'm going to take her. She's moving clockwise. I got her here, right? Oops, wrong camera. Boom. So from here, I want to grab her like this, right here. And then I want to switch front cross and throw a sidearm. And she's going to go from clock to counter clock. So now she's going from 12 o'clock on the 11, 10, 9, 7, 6 side, right? And now she's going clockwise again. And here's where it gets really funky. And here's the skill that you're training here, okay? So you see that she is going clock, right? Well, I need to throw clock and I need to front cross. Those two things don't go together. If she's already going clockwise, I can only throw clock. I can't cross. So what I have to do is switch and put her on the counter. And now she's on the counter. Now I can front cross and have her pass. Right? So I have to figure out how to do that after I make my throw. She has to read me as I do that after we make our throw and catch. She has to follow me and do that as well. It's a really great skill. And she's moving clock again. She seems to be pretty clock strong. And now I'm going to bring her in and now I'm going to block her. And now I'm going to tell her, hey, we're going to catch this at 2 o'clock. Right? And she's going to come in. I'm going to pull her in. And then I'm going to block her. And now I'm going to set up and I'm going to throw her out to 10 o'clock.
And I'm going to pick her up in front cross.
And she's released clockwise again. So I have her in clock. I'm going to switch and throw sidearm or overhand wrist flip. And now she's on the counterclock side for the pass. And this time, I switched earlier and I put her on the counter right there so that I can switch and make the backhand and she can go from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
Yes, good.
On the correct side. Does that make sense? You guys follow?
I'm going to go pass.
And then here, it's the same movement. Just a moment ago.
Front cross. House, boom, from clock to counter.
Watch this movement here.
So I got to get her on
See here?
counter first, boom, so I
See that movement?
switch to clock. Yes.
It's exactly the same movement
Awesome. Handling fucking nightmare, actually. House, boom.
as
Now I'm going to go pass.
this.
Catch.
It's exactly the same movement. So she's getting the opportunity to be triggered to make it happen on the fly.
So you can see she's soft on that.
And then she's getting the trigger
So that broken
to do it
finish,
on
house is
the fly.
move right there. That is my pass cue. So I'm getting her to
Sorry, I should
trigger
let the
it
guy
the
on the
run,
camera talk.
where house, I'm cueing her.
And then I'm going to do it with the stop.
House, and then she passes. Right?
Right, so there it
I'm
is,
also getting
free.
her to come in, house, and blocking her, and then delivering the pass cue. So super
Right.
awesome move, man. Super, super cool. All right. Cupcake, go do dog stuff.
All right, so there we go. There we go. matches. That's fucking cute. Ace of Hogan. Cupcake plays 4 times a week, maybe. She's played, I'm pretty sure she's played less than 10 times on the field. I think it's time number 9. I think that was session number 9 that she's ever played on the big field, outdoors. So she doesn't work that much. She worked today. She worked 2 days ago. She worked a little while before that. But she's not doing a ton of work. There's no reason to do a bunch of work with her, right? You just need to kind of bide my time, right? Like, she's ready to do it all. I'm going to do flat work, and I'm going to put a trigger on her, and we'll play a couple, 3, 4 times a week for the next 6 months, and then she'll be totally ready to go. Totally ready to go. I wouldn't recommend playing any more than five times a week, though. I really wouldn't. Cupcake was very tired after that session. We did 7 minutes total, I think. Total of 7 minutes. A 2-minute warm-up, 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And she's toast. If you're running your dog and you're challenging your dog with the freestyle, they will be tired very quickly. If you are running the shit out of the dog and running the dog into the dirt, and the dog kind of gets to dictate how the game goes, the dog makes a bunch of the decisions, the dog pushes the handler into doing things, shit just kind of happens, that dog can play for days. The dog can totally play for days, right? You want to challenge the dog and handler, challenge the team, make it nice and sharp, and do a good, quick, efficient, focused job, and your dog will be very tired right away. Thinking and moving at the same time is very difficult for dogs. So, all right. Well, guys, I am gonna take off, I think. I didn't do any forms, but I did a bunch of good work, so I won't do my forms on camera today. Nope, I'm gonna do my forms on camera. Do your forms. So I'm gonna do a 4 hands form or 2, and then I'm gonna do a squared stance shifting form. So, do we have the camera in the right place? No. Haha, good job, Ron. Good job. It's kind of nice not dealing with, oh, I do, is the other camera on? Nice. Oh no, the other camera isn't on. All right. So, backhand to 2, switch. Dog catches, lands, turns, catch to 1. Switch. Dog catches, lands, turns, catch, 2, switch. Dog catches, lands, turns, boom, switch. Oops. Catch to 2, switch, catch to 1. Awesome. Woohoo. So, pretty standard zigzag form, kind of epi speed. I'm trying to figure out what that timing would be like. I'll put it on the field with epi and we'll check it out. So this will be interesting. This will be super interesting, actually. No, this is not for you. Go do dog stuff. I know. You're going to want to get up there. I know you are. All right. So I'm going to do the squared stance shift. This will be really interesting. I haven't done it on the double high. The goal is, Cupcake, go do dog stuff. Nope, 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 go do dog stuff. The goal is to make the throw, step, switch, load before the disc settles. Switch, make the low high toss, step, switch, load before the disc settles. Boom, switch, boom, switch, boom, switch, boom, right? And so I moved clockwise around the pedestal, right? The rear foot each time is stepping. All right, so for those of you guys who have done the stance shifting form, you're going to do a forward stance shift over to here. And then you can't step with the front foot. It doesn't work. So we switch in between. We make the throw, we forward stance shift to this place, and then we rock back and settle. And you can't go this way, so you switch. And that way we're going clock. I'm also going to work counter. So I'm going to step with this foot, forward stance shift, boom, pow, switch. I want to have everything, boom, load, pose, switch. Boom, load, pose, switch. It's pretty challenging at this higher height. Boom, switch. It's making me rush a little bit. I need to slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Boom, pow. Boom, pow. Right? And that's the squared stance shifting form. I'll go ahead and drop this. I'll take this off. And I'll do it like I normally do it with the lower climb. Boom, switch. And now I'm going to get in there before that disc settles, right? Shit, almost dropped it. Boom. 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 Okay. For those of you guys who don't know, when you throw a flip, your dog, I throw a flip to my dog, right? Many times the dog lands like perpendicular to us. I start here, the dog lands there, right? So what I do is I make my flip toss and I step in front of the dog, and when he lands, he sees this. And when he sees this, he's locked in. And I'll go ahead and demo it with Epi real quick, only because King will run away when I move towards him. Epi, come here, handsome. Go do dog stuff. Cupcake, go do dog stuff. Mine. Dude, chill. Cupcake, go do dog stuff. So let me just show you real quick. Dude, go. So from here, I'll make the flip toss. You see Epi lands facing you guys, right? So I'm going to make this flip toss, and it's going to be exactly what happens on this squared stance shift. I'll make this flip toss. Notice Epi isn't buying this fake at all, right? I'll make this flip toss, and I'll beat him to this position, right? Aus, yes. I can go, oops, I can't reach it. I can go the other way as well, mine, right? So here, I'll go here, right? And I'll meet him over there. A little closer. Wait. Boom. Pow. Right? And so now I've locked him down. I'm in position. I'm prepared. He can't move anywhere. It's way better, aus, than doing this and going, oh shit. Right? Speed, mine, is about knowledge. So mine, dude, ready? So I read where he lands right there. Do you see it? Right there, right? And what I do is I take this stance here and I go boop, pow, right? And so that squared stance shifting form, super, super important. Mine. Teaches us to move and move laterally. That'll do, guys. All pow. Come on, Epi. Let's go, go, go. Let me let these guys out real quick. Get back, get back, get back. Chill, chill. Make sure it's clear. In and in. Go, go, go. Go, suck, suck. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. So there we go. Again, that squared stance shifting form, super awesome form. Everyone should be doing it. You want to make that movement, that idea, reflexive and automagic, right? I make the throw, I load, I move. The end. I make the throw, I load, I move. I make the throw, I move. I'm loaded. What else needs to happen? If that were the case, as a matter of reflex, Ace of Hogan, in your routine, you would have been loaded with a disc in your hand saying, come on, dude, where the fuck are you? Let's go, dog, right? Let's go, let's do this thing. Instead, you made the throw and you were like, wow, look at him, he's amazing. Oh shit, what's next? Let me get a disc in my hand. He's been chasing the disc for 2 seconds. He landed, he turned around, that's 5 seconds. Why don't you have a disc in your hand, right? When you throw a flip, you throw the flip. The dog lands. You put a disc in your hand. The dog turns and addresses you and does weird shit, right? If you make the throw, load right away and step, you can beat that dog there. He lands, you're frozen in front of him in a pose. He's like, holy shit, okay, I guess I'm stuck here. What are we doing? So there you go. I did forms, Epi. I did forms. You saw it, didn't you? Yeah, you saw it. All right. So guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to play us out with, I'm going to go with Badass MemeRoll number 4, guys. Badass MemeRoll number 4. We'll see you soon. Thanks a bunch. Stay tuned. We'll see you, Ace of Hogan. See you, Antonis. Have fun, guys. Later. See you, Antonis. Take care, man.